order, and we will start with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Moving on to roll call.
Casey Benner.
Here.
Mark Buckeye.
Here.
Bill Hart.
Here.
Tom Hooper.
Here.
Whitney Tucker.
Here.
We have a quorum.
Okay. Moving on to the approval of the agenda for tonight's meeting.
So moved.
I'll second.
I have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, moving on to the approval of minutes from our last meeting of May 19th, 2025.
I move we accept them as submitted.
I'll second.
I have a motion and a second. All in favor? Any opposed? Okay, moving on to introduction of evidence.
St. Genevieve Municipal Code, design guidelines, and then you have the staff report and other materials in front of you that you received last week.
We'll make a motion to approve the evidence.
I'll second.
I have a motion and a second to accept the evidence. All in favor? Any opposed? Okay, moving on to old business.
I have none.
Okay. Moving on to new business. We will start with SGHC 032-25 to receive a certificate of appropriateness to replace a standing seam metal roof with an architectural shingle roof at 170 Seraphim Street. Could you come to the podium and introduce yourself, please?
Of course.
My name is Drew Metzger. I'm here on behalf of SRS Roofing. And then I've got some photos. Is it okay if I bring them up to you guys? Okay. So you guys could see on these pictures, and then I'll let you guys pass them around. So the roofing system that's on there doesn't have an actual ridge cap. Where the metal meets at the ridge at the very top, it's actually hemmed together. So the only way that we would be able to repair what we've got going on is actually a damaged valley. So there's some wind uplift as well as a hail penetration in that valley where it intersects. The only way that we could potentially repair this roof would be if we went and cut the hem of the top. And then obviously, since it's an old standing seam roofing system, we would have to have custom panels made to actually match up with the rest of the roof around the house. So along with that, there's no way that we can actually remove just the panel out to extract the valley. We would have to for sure at least do those two entire sides. So to manufacture the panels, to basically surgically extract that, it would be very, very costly. And the deductible is so high that the homeowner is not getting any help from the insurance on this. So you could see in some of the photos as well, the actual photos from the interior of the leaks. And then I've also provided you guys with our estimates to one, replace the roof with the shingles, which is the most cost-effective option. Two, repair the roof that is there, and then three, replace it with standing seam.
I don't see any pictures of the interior.
Mark.
I have them.
Yeah, they're working their way down to you.
Just give me a minute.
And then I do not have, so the price to repair does not include the cost of coating after the repair. It's just strictly the price to have the panels made, to extract that section of the roof out, and then go back and install those two sides, and then all new ridge cap. So that way it would at least look as close to original as possible.
Why are the breakdowns of the bids so wildly different?
So on the architectural shingles, being that that's the most of the work that we do, we just use a template because it's always the same. And as far as standing seam goes, There's many different kinds of standing seam, and the install is completely different on each one. So we don't have each one in our system. It's just more or less like it's me explaining to you, because like you guys have seen the different styles of standing seam. There's so many different ones, and the install is completely different on each one. So I just try to give you the best description I can, depending on the circumstances.
This one,
That's why it's not as pretty.
this one's like my building on Main Street that you guys did it. Except pretty much if you went up in the attic of mine, you seen light through it.
Yeah.
I just sealed it up real good, and you guys did the mill height on it.
Yeah. Yeah. So obviously I know that shingles aren't the preferred option. It's just what's the most cost effective
Right.
repair on this one. And that's why I've presented that.
Well, I'm all for repairing it and then coating. Yeah. That's I tell you that's just awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, we do a lot of it in the downtown,
Yeah. Excuse me.
and it works pretty good. It's just no matter what, we're gonna have to do something with the valley, whether it's extract that.
It looked like it was lifted up a little bit, or is it?
Yeah, so there's wind damage, and then there's also a penetration from hail. And given the circumstances that's the only penetration through the roof, the insurance company only sees that
Right.
that is the only spot
Right.
that is worth covering. And I think the deductible on that property is like $12,000 or $13,000. So I mean, they're like, no way.
That's total repair. Needs to be next to you.
Yeah.
What did you guys do on the ridge on that?
We would just put a standard metal ridge cap
You know,
like you would normally see. That'd be the only thing we could do.
I would just out of curiosity.
Yeah, to preserve the other sides, because if not, you would have to basically
Right.
take it all off.
They don't have enough money for that.
No. That standing seam is going way up.
Yeah, wait.
It's just the time to do it is what it is.
Yeah. Like I said, I mean, the way I did mine, it was literally like clear silicone.
Mm-hmm.
Is what I sealed it up with, and then you guys did the height over,
Yeah.
and it's great. I love it. And so you didn't have that extra ridge cap on top.
Yeah.
Just have to do it myself. So
Yeah. Yeah, we try to warranty our stuff too, so it's like silicone doesn't really
Right,
offer
right,
that warranty.
right.
Do we have any additional questions?
Unless you guys want to see me again. Can you see me again?
Oh, sorry.
And just out of curiosity, what is that building? Or the home?
The style?
I believe it's an Airbnb.
Yeah.
Or a VRB.
Yeah, it is.
One of my friends
I was
stayed
just
there, actually.
curious, like on the historic side of it.
It's
Oh, I would call it a Queen Anne cottage.
that's what I would say a
It said
vernacular
it said-
Queen Anne. It's listed as a four square,
It's
but
not a
it's
four-square.
not.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just curious because I feel like it's on the outskirts. So I was like, I wonder what the,
Oh, you mean
Style is.
where the boundary is?
yeah.
That's
Everything on both sides of Seraphin except for that new apartment complex. I say
Yeah.
new, 25-year-old, 30-year-old apartment complex. But yeah, everything along Seraphin. There's actually a description written when the district was created.
Really? Yeah, because I know we're doing Dunsies, the asbestos one, and that's right across the street from this one, which sounds a pretty neat house too. I like that one.
Yeah, it's a bad thing with the asbestos. My house used to be asbestos and, I mean, it was a great product. I mean,
Yeah.
and it still is, if it's still
Fully
good.
encapsulated.
Well, yeah, that too.
It's
No,
pretty much anything within the boundary, which, I mean, is available out there on GIS,
Yeah,
built 1946 or prior.
yeah. I was just curious because most of the ones that we do whenever I meet with you guys is always down here. So I was like, oh, wow, I just didn't know that it went that far.
Yeah, it actually goes out St. Mary's Road too, not the
Really?
whole way, but yeah. Yeah, probably down to Bove Amaro or just past there.
I gotcha.
Doesn't go to Beckett or Bone?
I think, yeah.
Maybe that's
think
where
it's
it's
I
at.
said the wrong one, yeah.
Are you ready to make a motion?
what you think, Bill?
Well, I always like to see preservation.
Right. And that's, I mean, that's what I was,
Yeah.
same way. It's one of the few that still has that standing seam roof on that street.
Yeah. Well, I think everybody kind of agrees, but nobody wants to make the motion.
Are you thinking just do with the repair estimate? Is that what you're thinking? Yeah.
I think we all want to maintain the integrity of that standing seam roof. As part of the standing seam roofs in the community, they need to be repaired, sealed, or replaced. I think we need to do that in this instance as well.
Of course. And I always explain it to people. I work on a commission, so the bigger that number, the bigger my paycheck is, realistically. But
Yeah. So
if it's something that the homeowner, which I don't ever ask because it's not, I don't feel like it's my business, but if it's something that they're like, Drew, I physically can't afford this, is that something that they would then come to you guys about? If they're like, hey, I can't do this.
They can
Still.
appeal
There's a
it, yeah.
hard, they can
They could
appeal,
appeal.
there is a hardship.
Yeah.
There's a process for appeal, and if the motion tonight is to deny the COA, then I'll send a letter to, I'm assuming, Jameson Walker.
He's my point of contact, so I don't know if he's maybe just the manager of the property,
Okay.
but that is my point of contact.
I can send one to you also,
Yeah, and I can forward it to him.
and then you can forward it to whoever, because they'll have 30 days to appeal. You can appeal to the Board of Aldermen, or they can come back here and go through the process that Mark mentioned, where you can kind of ask for hardship, but that requires some documentation and proof of the hardship.
Got it. Yeah, I was just curious in case they asked. But yeah,
Okay, well, I guess I will make a motion that we deny the COA with a strong preference toward repairing the existing standing seam roof.
I'm second that.
Okay, I have a motion and a second to deny the certificate to replace the standing seam with the architectural shingle roof with the strong option to do the repair of the original standing seam. All in favor?
Who's the second? Mark?
Well,
Sorry, I'm also want to make sure we're denying it based on,
Right.
age 17, age 16, okay.
piece of cake.
I'm sorry, I interrupted the vote.
No, you're
too.
fine.
I remember the first time I came in your house,
Yes.
oh man, I don't know any of these people. Like,
And now he's like, I know everybody.
I told Dave, I'm stuck in traffic, I'm just gonna show up in my office.
Yeah.
It works. It's pretty hot out there anyway.
Right?
So yeah, I'll put that letter in the mail, and that'll start a time clock tomorrow of 30 days to appeal. So then that person would send the document to me, and then they can, again, the appeal process is the Board of Aldermen.
Got
So they would have to show back up at a Board of Aldermen meeting and they can override this commission. But they can also come back here and not appeal, just reapply based on hardship.
Got it.
And that would, I mean, that's not to do the repairs, that's just to do the, for a shingle roof,
Absolutely.
Yeah,
That's the denial.
so.
of course.
Well, I'm glad you weren't involved in the accident.
Right? It had to be right in front of me because it was like slam on the brakes. And then I'm like, oh. Oh well.
Drew, can I keep the stuff that you brought?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Of course. I've got all that stuff on my computer, so I
Okay.
just printed it off for you guys to look at.
And then I have something for you if you want.
Perfect. Piece of cake.
Thank you, Drew.
All right, is that all you guys need from me?
Yep.
All right, appreciate you guys. Have a good one.
You too, thanks.
Okay, moving on to administrative approvals.
So there's quite a list there, but basically they come down to roofing. The first three are roofs. The second two are half-round gutters. 73 North Main is a guardrail, and the last five are roofs. That's all I have, unless you have questions on those.
Any other business?
No, ma'am.
Okay, we can adjourn.
Thank you all very much for your
Thank you.
patience.